Welcome to those who come to hear my tales. Tonight we travel to New Jersey and the Pine Barrens. Pine Barrens are many miles and acres of just woodland. It has abandoned buildings of towns that have become ghost towns, as well as his own personal cryptid. For in those woods hides a monster that some consider demonic, others consider a fairy tale, but at different times the creature has had a bounty placed upon his head. A town that closed down in fear of the creature's retaliation. I've always been fascinated with cryptids, and this was my very first one that I really got into and read about in a school library in Tennessee. Tonight's story is none other than the demon or devil in New Jersey. As always, if you enjoy my channel, feel free to like, subscribe, and click the bell overhead, as it does help my small channel to grow and continue to bring you videos as we explore the United States of America and the cryptids found in every state. Now on to tonight's tale. The Devil of Pine Barrens, New Jersey. For over 250 years, the woods have been haunted by a demonic creature. It has been known to attack livestock, chase people, and has been rumored to even consume its own mother and siblings. The Jersey Devil is a cryptid unlike any other found in America. I grew up hearing the tales, as we had lived in Jersey for several years while I was a kid. The creature stood, some say only 4 feet tall, others 10. It was described as a goat on 2 legs, with huge bat-like wings, horns on its head, and a long wicked tail. Its hands were claws, and its feet were hoofs. Whenever my parents heard a scream in the middle of the night out of the woodland, they looked at me and told me the devil was out and about, and I need to stay inside. And if I'm ever in the woods and I hear that god-awful scream, I need to hide. If not, run to a safe place until the screaming stops. Like most kids, I never paid attention to the tales. I figured it was a fairy tale to tell children so they stay out of the woods at night. We have a lot of animals up here in New Jersey. And I'm sure we have some large animals that could definitely mess your life up if they attacked you. Well, I didn't have many friends growing up. There was a neighbor down the street, and me and her used to hang out all the time. We were only kids, so she was like a friend or a buddy. And after school, we'd always hang out and go play in the woods. One day it was getting darker, and snow was beginning to fall. We wasn't too far in the woods away from the house that I lived in, which was only a block from her house. I think we were both about 7 or 8 at the time. That's when we heard the scream coming from the woods. It was loud, high-pitched, and something that you think a baby would make. It made the hair stand up on its ends as we both got goosebumps. While it screamed more, we made our way quickly to my house, which was closer than hers. It had also started snowing on the way home. I didn't realize it, but that snowstorm would last throughout the night, even barricading us in when the dawn's light rose into the sky. We called her parents, and the snowfall was so heavy and coming down so quickly that my parents told them their daughter was welcome to stay in a guest room downstairs as I slept upstairs. The snow came down quickly. The winds howled as the temperature dropped as quickly as the snow fell. Reluctantly, her parents agreed. And they would be by in the morning to pick her up. As the snow fell throughout the night, we all heard those screams. It seemed the wind died down just low enough for those screams to be heard, as if the creature was right outside our door. The snow fell. The wind picked up and died down again, and the screams continued throughout the night. No one got any sleep that night. Sometimes you hear hoof prints walking on our porch. Now, my dad had a shotgun, and several times he poked his head out of the front door with a gun in hand. Never to see anything except the odd track on the porch. He walked around the house through the snow and the storm, coming back shivering and cold, to only report that he saw nothing. Then the screams started back up again. As I said, the night we did not get any sleep. Dawn came, its bright light shining through the windows. As the snow finally ceased, we looked out on our front porch and ventured out into the yard, where we saw the strangest thing. Large hoof prints, the size of a small cow, had walked from the yard onto the porch, and then walked off the porch around the house. But that wasn't the strangest thing. A set of footprints walked up the side of the house, over the roof, and down the other side. Needless to say, it wasn't long before we moved from that place. The excuse is my father had found a job far away. But I really think, and I believe this in my heart, we left because of the devil. And I don't think it was quite done with us. For weeks when we came back, the house had been attacked. Claw marks, broken windows. The yard was a mess. Limbs broken down. As if something really angry has stormed around the place. That's it for my story. Be sure to come back next week as we continue our exploration of America and its cryptids. And as always, remember, beware of the Shadowlands.